All right, Eli. Eli, where'd you grow up? Where are you from?
Upstate New York.
And tell me about your childhood. You had both your parents?
No. My mom left when I was 4 months old. My dad raised me.
Why'd your mom leave?
I don't know.
Wow.
Nobody would ever say. But my dad was cool.
That's great. And tell me about how you grew up. Any traumatic events, or I mean, how would you describe your childhood?
Believe it or not, it wasn't bad. You know, my dad passed away when I was 17. And I went in the military after that. But being a kid growing up, it wasn't bad until I got into the dope. And that kind of screwed everything up.
Did you serve, or I mean, was there war, or just you were just?
I was at the end of Vietnam.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in 76 Bravo 10 storage supply.
Did you go?
I was in Germany.
In Germany.
Yes, sir.
And drugs got introduced to you how?
My niece. I started sticking a needle in my arm at 13.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir.
So heroin?
Yeah. And heroin, I tried it. I didn't like it. My drug of choice is meth. I like meth. I'm an ex-junkie, but I still smoke every day.
Were they calling it crystal meth back then? What were they calling it?
No, we used to call it paste back then. That's when the stuff was really good.
I'll bet.
That was real stuff. That's when it was made with propanol.
No garbage in it.
No garbage.
Yeah. And how is it different today than it was back then? That was probably the 60s, 70s?
In the 70s. Now with the dope, you got to constantly do it. Back then, you did a dime, you were up for 5 days.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, you know, it was totally different dope then.
It's funny. And the prices have. How has the price changed?
Believe it or not, it's about the same.
Is it?
It really is. It's about the same. But this stuff here's got garbage in it.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it's got garbage. You know?
All the drugs have garbage in it.
Yeah, back when I was doing it, we didn't know what these bowls were that they're smoking out of now. Either you snorted it or you shot it. You know, it was as simple as that. Them were the fun days.
Yeah, I bet. You been in love before?
Huh?
You been in love before?
Have I been in love before?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, my son.
Oh, that's great.
My son.
Did you raise him?
Yeah. Yeah, me and his mom, me and her lasted about 20 years, and we fell apart. And my son stayed on my side. And then for some reason, 10 years ago, he didn't want to be here no more.
What do you mean?
He killed himself. And
Your son committed suicide?
he pulled his truck into the garage and sealed all the doors and windows and left it running.
At 36?
36 years old. And he was a cop. He was going through a lot. And to be honest, I just think he got tired of life.
Being a cop's no party.
It is. He was a deputy sheriff, you know, and he was married for a year, and he caught his old lady screwing his best friend. You know, he was building a house that was just out of his price range. And I honestly think the kid just gave up. You know, but that was my best friend. And that's what put me back out here.
It's heartbreaking.
2 weeks after my son, 2 months after my son killed himself, I had a heart attack, and it took the vision in my left eye. I used to be an over-the-road truck driver, and there went my job, so I just said to hell with it, and this is where I'm at.
And the drug use escalated?
Every day. You know, I get Social Security. 90% of it goes to dope.
And that wasn't the case before your son?
Uh-huh.
That wasn't the case before your son killed himself?
You know, I still got high without him knowing it, being a driver and everything, you know, just to stay awake.
Right.
But not like I do now.
Now you're a hardcore
Now I'm hardcore.
addict.
Yep.
You've been homeless for how long?
Wow. Wow, I never even thought about it. 8.5 years?
And you've been in Los Angeles for how long?
3 now.
3 years.
Yeah.
What made you come out to LA?
I changed to the East Coast to get away from the riffraff back there, and it ain't much better here.
It's a different flavor of riffraff.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it really is.
It's probably just as bad though.
It is. But you know, I might be a dope addict and everything else, but now the only care I've got is me. I don't have to worry about anybody else. Just me.
Is there something nice about having so little responsibility?
A lot of pressure taken off.
That's what I mean.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about taking care of your son or,
Right.
or your wife or your
Yeah.
kids or anybody.
I don't have
Dog,
to worry
nothing.
about paying bills. I don't have to worry about answering to anybody but me.
Insurance, rent,
Right, nothing.
taxes, nothing.
Right. You know,
What's your only concern in the morning?
my
Getting your-
concern in the morning?
It's getting well.
No. Where am I going to get high?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Getting a
Yeah, a lot of people call it. I'm used to somebody on heroin calling it that. But yeah, you know, I go to sleep with it. I wake up with it. Yeah, the meth is just, it just, you're not passed out. You're not don't take me wrong. There's some people out there that act really stupid on this. But with me, it's how I function every day. I don't change. You know, this is the way I am. You know, I guess you call it tweaking. I don't go dumpster diving or anything like that. It gets me through my day. You know, is it the right way to go? No. Is there a better way? Probably, but I don't want it. I'm happy just the way I am. You know?
Do you have friends here on the street?
Just people that I don't have no friends. I just have people that I know.
Yeah.
I don't have friends, and I don't trust people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's the best way to do it out here.
Yeah. Do you think you'll be down here the rest of your life,
On Skid Row?
or just homeless?
Yes.
Maybe not Skid Row, but
Yeah, maybe not. I'm thought about maybe going up and seeing San Francisco for a little while.
yeah. I mean, there's other communities like
Oh,
this
yeah.
that are
Yeah.
probably less.
But am I going to be homeless just my life? Yes. Because I can't afford two things. I can't afford my dope, and I can't afford a place to live at the same time. And I'd rather have the dope. You know?
What's your biggest regret?
Losing my son.
Yeah.
Losing my son.
Do you feel there's anything you could have done about it?
To sit there and talk to my son like being me and you talking. You would have never known anything wrong with that kid. No, he was the most easiest going person that you've ever wanted to meet. Real friendly. He came over New Year's and seen me, and he left about 1, and he was building his new home, and I told him I'd be over in the morning to help him hang sheetrock, and he walked out the door. That was it. And I found him the next morning.
How recently had he discovered his wife with his friend?
Say that again.
How recently had he discovered his wife and his friend together before he killed himself?
Me and him were friends ever.
No, but no. How recently had he discovered his wife cheating on him?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what you were saying. About 9 months. About 9 months. I think that kind of pushed him over the edge. You know, as I said, he was a really easygoing kid. And when he caught him, he just called me up and told me what was going on. And I told him I'd be home. And we had a few drinks together. And he just, oh well, you know. As I said, you know, that was my best kid. That was my best friend, and he didn't even leave a note.
Yeah, it makes you wonder exactly
Yeah.
what.
drove him to do it? Because he wasn't into drugs. He wasn't into drinking. He just took the truck home, pulled it in the garage. But they say somebody's going to kill themselves. It takes 9 seconds to make up their mind. You know?
Wow, that's so sad. And he wasn't doing drugs?
No.
No
Nope.
drugs. Just,
Nope.
just, wow. That's heavy.
No.
How do you think this life living on the streets has affected who you are? Has it changed you?
Yeah. Yeah, it has. It has. When I had a life, I trusted people. I had friends. You know, now, no.
Yeah, you've been living in a snake pit.
This is nothing but a snake pit. You know, everybody's out to get what they can for themselves. You know, it's not a fair world, but it's what you make of it. Could I change it? Yeah. Yeah. But am I gonna? No. I don't want to.
What are you afraid of?
Tomorrow. I guess that's my best answer. Tomorrow.
And Eli, what would you say is the most important lesson you've learned in your life?
The most important lesson? Wow. Don't love. All it does is hurt.
Oof. That's,
Don't love nobody. All it does is hurt. You know,
that's an interesting one.
that's the best answer I could give you.
Wow.
Don't love nobody.
You don't get over that very easily.
No, you know, it's just,
Your heart
You
gets
put-
broken in ways you can never.
you put everything into somebody.
You guys are close too, right?
Yeah. Oh my God. We went gambling together. We went Harleying together. Everything, you know. When I was home from driving, I'd go out in his car with him at night.
You
You
said
know?
he was your best friend.
Yeah. We went fishing together. You pour everything that you got into something or someone. And then they either walk away or they die. It doesn't just leave a hole in your heart. It leaves your soul empty. You know, there's no getting it back. None.
Yeah. Especially that way.
Yeah,
It wasn't like he died in an auto accident
that would have been
that was just
different.
random and tragic, but random.
Yeah, but when you kill yourself and you don't leave a note, you know, you have to wonder what you did wrong. For 2 years, I hated God. I hated God for 2 years. And then I kept hating myself. What could I have done? How could I have stopped it? Everybody says, well, go to counseling. And what's a counselor going to do? Talk shit to you? You know,
I'm sure you carry it with you every day.
I do. Every day. Every day. You know, it just,
Do you feel like in some ways it was selfish of him?
yeah. Yeah, he took everything from me.
Because if you really thought it out,
Yeah.
did he have kids?
No.
He didn't.
No. They were trying to have
But he had
me.
you.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that would have stopped most people from doing it,
Right.
or at least talking it out or something.
Right. And he didn't. He just, as I said, he'd come over for New Year's. He left about 1. And when I found him in the morning, he had been dead 4 hours. To find your own kid dead, and that ain't no joke. If he'd have just left me a message telling me why, that he didn't blame me. Oh,
Yeah, it might have been easier for you to process.
you know, it's just,
The question
And-
mark is so hard to process, to deal with.
it is. It's an everyday thing. I fight it every day. What did I do wrong? Could I have stopped it? But you know, it don't just leave your heart hurting. It leaves your guts. Leaves your guts.
Oh, that's heavy. So sorry.
You know, trying to care for somebody now. Oh, but I'd care for a dead cat before I would a human being. You know, I really would.
Yeah,
I would.
that's funny. All right, Eli. Well, thank you so much for sharing your
Oh,
story.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
I ain't gonna go out there crying.
No, I'll give you. Here.